The summer may be long over, but realtor.ca is still beckoning you. You continue to find yourself flipping endlessly through houses trying to find the one. The thought may have crossed your mind that the real estate market is closing its doors for the year. I mean, nobody moves in the winter, right? Well, you're kind of right. Go grab your pumpkin spice latte and let's break it down. In the Edmonton area, our real estate market is very cyclical. Every year we end up taking the same sort of roller coaster ride where things start ramping up in January, it gets super busy over the spring market, which then persists to the summer, and then it slowly becomes quieter as we move throughout the fall and winter months. The truth is, if you're looking for a deal, now might be the best time to find it. If the previous few years of the frenzied real estate market that have been happening are a predictor of what's going to happen in 2025, now might actually be the best time to get on the real estate bus before the craziness ensues again and the prices go even higher. We're 10% up year over year right now. So are you wondering if the fall or winter might be a good time to buy a home? Well, in today's video, I'm going to share why this could actually be the perfect time for you to make your move. So let's get into it. Reason 1, less competition. The spring and summer markets are definitely the most competitive in the greater Edmonton area as a whole, with a higher number of buyers in the mix. In the last few years, with the interprovincial migration and immigration that's been happening, with people moving to Alberta, we've definitely seen bidding wars galore. Last year, we actually had 65,000 people plus move into the greater Edmonton area. If you're ever trying to buy a house in a seller's market, you know exactly what I mean. So throughout all of 2024 thus far, we've been down to 2 months of inventory, give or take, and that means the buyers have been competing to purchase these homes in many of the product categories and price ranges. This level of competition is very draining on the buyer, constantly getting your hopes up and then finding out there's multiple offers rolling in. Trust me, it's not fun. This isn't happening in all price points, of course, but it has been a lot more prevalent in the last few years since COVID kind of put the world on end. However, during the fall and winter in our market, we tend to experience that natural cool down, which follows the weather. And since it's so much less actually appealing for buyers to move in the cold winter months, there's fewer buyers in the mix. So if you are willing to brave that cold, you can often avoid the competition from those buyers, which means avoiding the bidding wars, and that means more negotiating power for you. Fewer buyers means you might be able to find that perfect home without the same level of pressure and maybe compromise that you would encounter in the height of the spring market. Reason number 2, the sellers are motivated. So if a seller has listed their home in the colder months, chances are they have a good reason to. Most sellers will time the market in the Edmonton area because of everything that I just mentioned. It makes more sense for them to list when they can maximize the number of showings and the overall price that they'll fetch on their property. The same thing is also true for sellers though. Moving in the fall and winter is just less appealing, so that's why fewer sellers do that. Moreover, these sellers are also buyers and they'll want to benefit from having a larger selection of properties to purchase in the spring and summer as well. Whether they are relocating, maybe they've just purchased another property, possibly new construction, or they just don't want to wait till spring, this means that they may be more willing to negotiate on price or closing dates. In other words, you might get that deal you've been searching for. That leads us to reason 3, lower prices. With fewer buyers in the market, home prices during the off-season can tend to get a bit lower. With less interest in the real estate market, our prices tend to decline as we move deeper into the winter months. Sellers may price their homes more competitively to attract interest. in order to offset this, which means you could end up paying a little bit less for the same home than you would in the spring or the summer. This gives you that opportunity to get more value for your money. Which leads us into reason 4, instant equity. All of these points are interconnected. I'm sure you're seeing a theme here by now. By purchasing a home in the off-season at a lower price, you could stand to gain instant equity within a few months of taking possession of your brand new home. Because you're buying in a slower market, there's a chance you could find a home for less than its peak market value. As home prices start to climb again in the spring or summer, you could then see an instant increase in your home's value, giving you built-in equity right from the start. That is a great financial advantage for any homeowner, if you ask me. So, whether you're looking for less competition, motivated sellers, or potentially lower prices, the fall and winter might be the perfect time to buy in Spruce Grove. Plus, let's not forget, in Spruce, the fall and winter are absolutely stunning. The weather is crisp. Heritage Grove Park is turning in that orange and yellow beautiful leaves. We've got festive lights as we get into the winter, and the community is always just super welcoming no matter what the season. If you're considering a move to Spruce Grove or the surrounding area, feel free to reach out. I'd love to help you find your dream home. Stay warm, and I'll see you next time.